The history of Palestine is one of deep complexity, marked by ancient civilizations, religious significance, and centuries of conflict. Situated at the crossroads of Asia, Africa, and Europe, Palestine has been a land of immense cultural and spiritual importance for thousands of years. It is home to some of the world's oldest cities, including Jerusalem, which holds sacred significance for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. Palestine's early history dates back to biblical times, with the ancient Canaanites being the first known inhabitants of the region. The area later saw the rise of the Kingdom of Israel and the establishment of Jerusalem as its capital under King David. Over the centuries, the region was ruled by various empires, including the Egyptians, Assyrians, Babylonians, and eventually the Romans. The Roman Empire, in particular, left a lasting mark on Palestine, especially after the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem in 70 CE, leading to the dispersion of the Jewish people. Fast forward to the early 20th century, and Palestine was under Ottoman rule for over 400 years. However, with the collapse of the Ottoman Empire after World War I, the League of Nations granted Britain control of Palestine, establishing it as a British mandate. During this period, tensions between the Arab inhabitants of Palestine and Jewish immigrants began to rise. The Jewish immigration was part of the Zionist movement, which sought to create a Jewish homeland in Palestine, driven in part by the rise of antisemitism in Europe and the horrors of the Holocaust. In 1947, the United Nations proposed a plan to partition Palestine into two separate states, one for Jews and one for Arabs. The Jewish community accepted the UN plan, but the Arab nations and Palestinian leaders rejected it. The Arabs felt the partition violated the rights of the indigenous Palestinian population and sought to prevent the establishment of a Jewish state. This disagreement led to violence and culminated in the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, following the declaration of the State of Israel. The war that followed led to a devastating loss of life and the displacement of over 700,000 Palestinian Arabs. Many were forced to flee their homes, creating a refugee crisis that still affects the region today. The Palestinians call this the Nakba, or catastrophe, and it remains a painful and defining event in their history. The creation of Israel, while seen as a victory for Jews who had faced persecution for centuries, marked the beginning of a long-running conflict that continues to this day. The situation escalated further with the Six-Day War in 1967, during which Israel captured the West Bank, East Jerusalem, and the Gaza Strip, territories that Palestinians view as part of their future state. The Israeli occupation of these territories, combined with settlement construction, continues to be a major point of contention in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Despite multiple peace efforts, including the Oslo Accords in the 1990s, a lasting agreement between Israel and Palestine has not been reached. In the 1960s, the Palestine Liberation Organization (PLO) emerged as the primary representative of the Palestinian people. For decades, the PLO led the struggle for Palestinian self-determination and an independent state. The Palestinian Authority (PA), created in the 1990s after the Oslo Accords, governs parts of the West Bank. However, the situation in Gaza is different. The militant group Hamas has controlled Gaza since 2007, creating a divided Palestinian leadership that complicates the pursuit of peace. Over the years, Palestinians have faced immense hardships, including military occupation, restrictions on movement, limited access to resources, and violent conflict. Both Palestinians and Israelis have suffered enormous losses, lives have been lost, homes destroyed, and families torn apart. The ongoing violence, lack of basic freedoms, and the absence of a political solution have left the region in a constant state of turmoil. Yet, despite the hardships, the Palestinian people continue to strive for peace and justice. They seek recognition of their rights to a sovereign state and an end to the occupation. International efforts to resolve the conflict have faltered, but the desire for peace, dignity, and a better future for the people of Palestine remains strong. The history of Palestine is one of resilience in the face of adversity. The land may have seen countless rulers, empires, and wars, but the spirit of its people has endured through it all. Today, Palestinians continue to fight for their right to self-determination and for a just peace that respects the rights of both Palestinians and Israelis. If you found this story insightful, Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and share this video to help spread awareness of this important and ongoing issue. Understanding the history of Palestine is key to understanding the complexities of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and we hope this video has helped shed some light on this deeply impactful chapter in world history. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.